Hello, everybody. I am so sorry for being a few minutes late. Actually, I was busy trying to figure out something about my live stream. These days, StreamYard it is acting up. Yesterday, I was live on my other channel, and I was charged for the service, but it turned out that I wasn't. How do I put it? It looked as though I did not pay for the services for November, and as a result, my live stream had the yacht stream logo, and I was pretty upset because I did also show the people that were watching that my stream yard is robbing me blind. But I see with this one, the logo is not there, so that means that is sorted out because I was going to deal with them tomorrow when I get to the office. Today was just going to be a busy day for me, so I couldn't necessarily deal with that. I'm so sorry for keep looking down, guys, because I am exporting a video, which now I don't know what happened. I really don't know because it's almost took me an hour to export the video. It's telling me I don't have space, and I try to clear out the space, and now I have to start all over again for another hour. And it was very close. It was about 92% exported. Now I have to start all over again from scratch. You see? Sorry. Now I have to click the export button once again. This video is supposed to be live sometime at 10 o'clock. So now it's going to be delayed another hour. So yeah, the joys of being a YouTuber, guys. Anyways, let me welcome everybody. My name is Clantus, and welcome to the Iron Bars, my true crime YouTube channel. As you guys know, every single month, the last weekend or last Sunday of the month, I go live, and we get to interact. You get to share with me, how has your October been? How has your weekend been? How has your week been last week? What are your plans for November? What are you cooking for Thanksgiving, my American friends? That holiday always fascinates me so very much. So I would like to hear all that sort of stuff. What are you doing for Halloween tomorrow? In South Africa, we don't celebrate Halloween because it's not part of our culture. However, we do participate in it if we wanted to. There will be Halloween parties here and Halloween parties there, but it's all themed rather than a celebratory type of thing. A lot of kids go to Halloween parties. Corporates also have like Halloween party kind of theme. So many people will be rocking up to the office looking like ghosts in Thriller, and others will be walking in looking either like a boss, dressed up like the boss, or dressed up like a coworker that they don't like. So the 31st of October is going to be very interesting indeed. So I would like to hear, what are your plans? Please do show us in pictures if you have to. You can leave your Instagram, or okay, I'm not on Facebook, I'm not on Twitter either. I quit Facebook in 2015 when it became extremely toxic. It no longer was the Facebook that I joined where we used to have like intellectual conversations, or we shared ideas or had like battle of ideas type of thing. And then just the wrong people start coming in, and they turn the whole platform into a total war zone. And I was like, I'm done, goodbye. Then I went to Twitter. The people on Facebook had not figured out Twitter yet. So it was kind of like almost complicated to understand Twitter. So I joined that, and I was enjoying the conversations that I was having. It's as if people that I used to have conversations with, or people like minded, were on Facebook, then moved to Twitter. And then that continued until the Facebook people figured out how Twitter works. And then guess what they did? They came and destroyed it. So much so that now you have this kind of Twitter and that kind of Twitter. And I was like, I'm not going to be party to this. I quit Twitter in January 20th of 2020. I was done. I could not at all tolerate the toxicity, the division, the hatred, all these things that people do on Twitter that I still don't understand to this very day. Today, I call Twitter the pits of hell because everybody that gets destroyed, they are destroyed on that platform. People get canceled on that platform. Yes, I do believe that if you have done something untowards, do get reprimanded for it, but that does not also mean that take away somebody's plate of food from the table, because just because you feel the power of this platform that it can either make or break you. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it's very, very scary to think that everybody on Twitter is walking on ice, basically. At any given time, you could be canceled. And if you do something stupid, you could be celebrated. So I was like, you know what, I'm done. And of course, moving on to YouTube as well. Not many people on Facebook and Twitter were on YouTube. Now they tried YouTube. They really tried YouTube, but unfortunately for them, YouTube was already waiting for them with policies, with community guidelines. They could not do what they were able to do on Twitter and Facebook, because if they tried it, they were removed. And us as well, as content creators on YouTube, we have filters. We can block certain words of a YouTube user. Maybe they're trying to abuse me or call me a certain name or say something negative about my videos. There are certain words that I type down that if this word is said in a comment section, then I won't be able to see that comment. And many of my subscribers will also not see that comment. It's only the person or the hater will see their own comment, and they will wonder why this person is not responding. That's because I blocked certain words and then I don't get to see that comment. Totally don't see the comment. However, I would have gained watch time from the hater. That's another thing they don't understand, that as a creator, I get to have the watch time, and that works for me perfectly fine. So let me go to the live chat, and welcome people that I'm seeing. Joyce Nontlantla Villagati. Hello to you too. Thank you for coming to the Real Client. No, this is not the Real Clienters. This is the Iron Bars at my true crime YouTube channel. Did you hear about the stampede in Seoul, South Korea? No. That's another thing about me. I've stopped watching news. I completely stopped watching news because I think the news is really messing up, or at least disturbing our mental health. And so, no, I have not heard about the stampede. What was going on there? Why would there be a stampede in South Korea? The most well-behaved people on the planet, I think. What happened? Please do share. Is it a soccer match? Is it a march? What was happening there? But I will check it out tomorrow when I get to the office. But please do give me the heads up as to what had happened in Seoul. So guys, there are several things that I wanted to talk about. I am so bummed about this because this video was almost getting posted on my other channel. But hey, technology, you can never guarantee it sometimes. So another thing that I also wanted to say to all my Indian, that is Hindu and Tamil, who celebrate Diwali, I just want to say happy Diwali to you all. May the festival of light bring shine to the world, love and prosperity to all of us. We celebrate with you, and most definitely do also keep us in your thoughts during this time, and feed us whatever it is that you guys will be eating. I will be checking some of my Indian friends at work if they will bring something for Diwali. I love the sweets, especially the ones that are made of coconut, pink in color. I think that is just amazing. I love that. So happy Diwali or Diwali, whichever way you pronounce it. From my heart to you, much love. And then let's move on. In case you guys haven't noticed, my cough or flu is gone. I haven't coughed in over a week now. My throat is back to normal. I no longer choke and and then cough. So I'm very very happy about that. I've drank almost every medication there was on the shelf, but it's all cool. I'm very much grateful for that. So Joyce says it was a Halloween celebration, and I was surprised because I didn't know Halloween is a thing in Asia. Actually, it's not a thing in Asia, but it is American influence, just like here in South Africa. There will be a lot of South Africans that will be celebrating Halloween, not because it's their culture, it is an American influence. There's nothing wrong with that. But so many people, why was they? What was happening? What was going on? Were they wearing scariest stuff? What going? Because I can imagine those guys, they are quite creative. So probably there were some really scary outfits and attires and costumes and art, whatever the case would be. So no, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope there were no deaths, but stampedes there would definitely be some deaths. What am I talking about? So yeah, it's just an American influence. It's not like a Asian culture or anything like that. I know that with South Korea, they are very much, it's like South Africa. There's no difference between South Korea and South Africa. We are very much influenced by American culture, but almost everything American. Not everything, but almost everything that we think, oh, this is cool. Let's also do it. We do it. And I think that's the same story with South Korea. Cecilia is in the house. Hello, beautiful people. Hello to you too. Thank you for coming through. Joyce, I did not hear that. That is sad. It is. It's quite sad. And then I have Gunning with Betty K. Hello, everyone. I hope we're not going to continue what happened yesterday, Chill. We are on the iron bars today. It's either we talk about crime or we talk about a crime that you would like me to. I know. I'm just breathing hot air. Sooner or later, somebody's going to say something. Yeah. So, there's another one that I wanted to ask you guys. Have you guys watched the documentary on Jeffrey Dahmer on Netflix? What were your thoughts about that? Especially TikTokers turning that into an entertainment. I mean, considering the fact that this man was sick, like sick. Now, and then you turn around and make that into a TikTok that is entertaining to people. I would like to hear your thoughts on that because Jeffrey Dahmer is fine. Jeffrey Dahmer and Wayne Gacy and who else that I put along the same uh yeah, those sickos. I don't understand. I didn't quite understand those TikToks. I still don't understand those TikToks because it's the real people that were affected, and there are families who are still alive who lost loved ones in the hands of Jeffrey Dahmer. So let me know what your thoughts are, please. I would like to hear that. Joyce says, sadly, 153 people died. 153 people. I'm sure the count hasn't. Oh my God! Probably this number is going to go up. Probably this number is going to 153. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Oh my goodness. Gonna be, we will behave. Please. Here I have my international crowd on this one. If you are international and you're watching, South Africans can get out of hand sometimes, and it will end up just having fun, and you'll be confused like, what are they talking about? I'm just warning you in advance that it could happen at any given time. Just know and just follow through. You will have fun along with us. That's all I'm going to say. Cecilia says, "You please don't talk about Jeffrey Dahmer, please." It's a case I want to cover. It's a case that I want to cover, but I don't think I want to cover the case itself. I think I want to analyze the documentary itself because it was quite interesting for me to watch because I think I watched it 3 times and I kept hearing things that I have not heard before. And I may talk about Jeffrey Dahmer at some point. Right now, I'm just covering South African true crime, which is getting a lot of love currently from my international viewers, and I highly appreciate that. 100%. I highly appreciate that. Cecile says, that is very sad, Joyce. Yeah, 153 people. Sad, sad. Jeffrey makes my skin crawl. Jeffrey Dahmer is not the only one who will make your skin crawl. There's Wayne Gacy. Wayne Gacy, I don't know. Between the two, I'm not quite sure who's sicker because they are sick people. Those ones. I'm glad they're not no more part of this world, and I hope there will never be any of those two again that will ever exist in our midst. Walk with all, yeah. Hello to you too. Welcome to my live stream at the no. I keep wanting to say the Real Atlantis, and when I meant the Real Atlantis, I want to say the Iron Bars. This is the Iron Bars. This is not the Real Atlantis, people. Yeah, these guys are very very sick, and so I am going to watch the documentary one more time just for analogy purposes and also my own thoughts and opinions, because at the end of the day, sometimes when Netflix does something, it does sort of, you feel like that's crossing the line, or maybe they did not cover certain areas. Because I read the book in 2001 at the Johannesburg Library. It was just looking at me like Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't know what I was doing in the thriller section, and then I just started the reading, and I was caught up. I had gone there to do research on. I think it was, what was I researching? There was a book that a topic I was researching, and so I ended up in the thriller section of the library. And then, yeah, like I said, I started sitting down, and I didn't sit down. I read the summary and the opinion at the back, and then I started reading the first page, and I got caught, like really hooked. And I could not put that book down. I read half of it that day. I returned to the library the following day, and I read the entire thing, and I was like, sick. Sick human being, this one. I could not believe what I was reading. It was so sad. Just so sad. Cecilia says, please split into two. Part one, actual true crime, or Jeffrey Dahmer part two review. Ooh, that is such a great idea. Wow. Yeah, yeah. You just gave me an idea on this one. You just gave me, I just recently did the Krugersdorp satanic murders. I feel like I need to do a review of that as well, because I've done part one and part two. Basically, it's one video, but because it was such a long video, it was 3 hours long. Was it 3 or 4 hours long? So I had to divide it into two. I thought I was going to divide into three, but I realized as I was busy editing part two that actually I would be able to fit everything in 40 to 50 minutes time frame, and I managed to fit in 49, almost 50 minutes. So there was no need for part three anymore. So I want to do a review on that case because I felt that case was so compelling, And the compelling part about it, I know like all crimes, especially heinous crimes like murder, you never think that the person you work with or you is your next door neighbor or whatever the case is has all these things going on inside of them. But when it's a school teacher, it's like, what? You work with children. Secondly, for me, especially with Miranda, was in Miranda, her dad was a psychologist, and everything that she ever read was around psychology, and then she was pretty good at giving like psychological assistance to people who needed it. But now, what shocked me was the fact that she allowed herself to be embroiled in a very, very, very dark soul. Why couldn't she see it? Why couldn't she see through this woman and probably try sit her down and have these kinds of conversations where she gets to help the person across the line? Because clearly she was always problematic since she was a little girl. Instead, there she was mesmerized by this evil woman that she didn't. By the way, in case you were not paying attention, this Cecilia, sorry, not Celia, not you, this Cecilia woman, she never touched anybody. She used these people to murder people. It's like there is that I forgot what it's called, where you are not you didn't pull the trigger yourself, but you groomed or brainwashed people into making them believe something, and then you order them to go and kill. So you are the human trigger, basically. You were busy popping people using other people. Hence, she was found guilty of murder and sentenced to 155 years in prison, plus other prison terms that she's going to be serving for the rest of her life. So definitely, she and that all those people are now going to see the light of day. The only person that I do feel sorry for was Marcel. Marcel, she was 14 years old at the time, and she was what's the word again? She was easily influenced. A young child, they don't have the faculty to think for themselves. They don't have the faculty to analyze things. They, especially if they were not taught between wrong and right. No, she got the second heaviest sentence after Cecilia. I think she got 144 years, while everyone else got lesser sentences than her. Um, Still, I'm wondering why anybody, especially the judge, did not, under mitigation of sentence, looked at her age, considered her age. And on top of that, she was very, very, very remorseful. At first, she was off. She was rebellious. She didn't want to talk to the police. Now, I'm just telling you stuff that I cut out that you guys did not hear. This girl's attitude towards the police was so. So, what do you want me to do? Okay, I'm not going to tell you about. That's how she was until she saw people, especially the family members that were affected by these murders, take the stand and like bawling out in pain, talking about the loved ones that she, Marcel, Cecilia, her mom, and brother, and all these other ones that were involved had done to these people. And that's when she had like an aha moment. Like suddenly she developed a soul, and suddenly she developed some kind of growth, and was like, wait a minute, what are you guys talking about? You telling me that is what you call murder? Is this what you guys are telling me, that I have killed people for absolutely no reason? There is never a reason to kill another human being. But she was quite very much surprised. And then That surprise turned into remorse. She was so remorseful that she even told the court, "You all better make sure I am punished to your heart's desire." And so she got 144 years, and she was very happy with that. She's like, "This is what I deserve. I do not deserve to see the light of day for the rest of my life." This is a 14-year-old. Of course, at this time, she was no longer 14. I think she was about 19, 20 when she was sentenced or something like that. So that one really, really touched me. I was quite sad. The live chat says, "Clancy's, don't call me Cecilia." And then about Kruger's dog satanic murders through me. It was an accident. It was an accident. I'm so sorry about that. Gardening good bed says, "Good night, guys. Mommy duties." Oh, mwah, good night. Yeah, go to your little cutie. No, thank you for joining. I highly appreciate you, Betty. Bandra, she's in the house. Hi, Clantus. Good. We have this live again. Yes, it's once a month on this channel. On the other channel, I was having it three times a week because of Vlogtober, which we're going to talk about a little later here. So yeah, definitely. And I highly appreciate that you are a channel member. I'm very much grateful for that, Bandra. Thank you. And I also saw the super thanks. Thank you for that. I'm very, very grateful. All those dollar signs, they will make a difference for this channel going forward. Thank you so much. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about, the terrorist threat. So in South Africa, about 4 or 5 days ago, the United States government tried to call my government to let them know that, hey, you have a terrorist threat on the 29th of October. So apparently, our government, which is typical South African government, is not just. I was so shocked that as a South African, I'm very concerned, I must say, that our national security is not as strong as it ought to be, because there is no way that another country could call us and say, "Hey, you guys are having this sort of threat," and then on top of that, nobody's picking up the phone. Like, make it make sense. How in the world did that happen, where we are not on the ball? Somebody needs to get fired, period. It's either the president needs to resign, or one of his intelligence cabinet minister needs to go, because this is unacceptable, and it's unacceptable what had happened. This is serious. What if this threat was real? I'm not sure if it was or wasn't real, but let's say it was real, and hundreds of people had it got affected by the threat. It's no, 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 no. It's unacceptable. South Africans need to hold the Minister of Intelligence accountable for this, because this is not the first time something like this has happened. The July unrest, the intelligence minister was sitting on the job. She did not do anything to protect the country from what had transpired. And I remember a few years ago, 9 Chinese ships were on our international waters, and our intelligence couldn't be bothered. What did they do in our international waters that we are unaware of? You see what I'm trying to say? Are we going to keep hearing these things over and over? Because it's becoming clear that our national security is under threat by our own government, not protecting us. But anyways, I don't want to get too political about this. It's just that something that I wanted to get off my chest and talk about and say, hey, we had a terrorist a threat in South Africa, thanks to the US government for letting us know about it. And then it was curbed, of course. Hopefully, something like that will never, ever happen again. Yeah, hopefully. So, what we all say is apparently in Abuja, this terror thing was taken serious. I believe the USA, though, thought something is going on. Government must not relax. No, seriously, the government was relaxed on this one. They dropped the ball on this one. So, I'm not quite sure if these terrorists are threatening or will do something to countries that are close to the United States. I'm not sure because the U.S. embassy is in Santon. That's where the threat was picked up to be carried out. So I'm not quite sure about that one. But anyways, Cecilia says our intelligence is sleeping on the job, just like last year's July unrest. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, that's what I'm saying as well. We shouldn't have had that event in July 2021. We shouldn't have. It shouldn't have happened. Where are our ghosts? Where are these people? It makes absolutely no sense to me. But anyways, welcome to South Africa sometimes. I miss the days where our intelligence. I think after the department changed names from National Intelligence Agency to whatever it's called today, everything just kind of like got messed up. Everything just got messed up because when they were near, they were on the ball. We were safe. We felt safe. But when they changed the name to what is it again? South African Security, whatever it's called, they're sleeping on the job. These guys, it's either they don't know what to do, or they don't understand the job, or something is not right there. People, something is not right. Overhaul that thing and remove dead wood, and then restore our national security. Period. Sister says, of course, the threat was real, but the terrorists were not going to carry on with their plans while their plans were uncovered. Yeah, but I maybe they just decided to postpone the attack. We don't know. It's still pretty much scary to think about it that these guys could strike at any given time. We don't know what the reason is or what the purpose is and why us, because South Africa is a very peaceful country. We believe in sitting around the table and solving issues wherever there are issues in the world. So it's quite surprising that there would be a terrorist group that might want to try us for what? You know, that's just my thoughts. Anyways, the other thing that I wanted to talk about, which is November cases. Definitely, there are November cases that are coming up. The thing that I'm trying to think though is should I upload twice a week? If I upload twice a week, would you guys be interested? Would you watch? Would you guys because it's very important. This one is quite important for me that the month of November and December I upload frequently because at work as well, things are starting to slow down. As things start slowing down, I think I'm going to have more time on my hands. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe I should upload twice a week, like Sunday and Thursday, maybe true crime videos. I've got some videos that are already in the pipelines, very exciting cases. But exciting, I don't mean in the sense of having fun, like yay, but I'm talking in terms of the topic of these the crimes that I'll be covering in November and December. So, and the other reason, of course, the hidden reason behind why two videos a week is also because around this time of the year, advertisers they put the big buck on the table for content creators. If we upload frequently, they are able to run ads along our videos, and then they get to make money, and then we also get to make even more money out of those ads. So having two videos a week in November and December will also play in my advantage as a content creator in terms of making money. But at the same time, I don't want to overwhelm you guys with so many videos until now you get immune to a point where you don't even click anymore. Are you okay with just one video a week? Are you okay if I upload twice a week? I promise I'm not going to go beyond twice a week. It's just going to be either once or twice. Please do let me know. I'll be happy to hear that. Cecilia says, yet we should not relax. They're going to abort the mission. They're just gonna change the execution plan. Yeah, and that's scary to think about because right now we are like sitting ducks. It's like, are they? Are they not? Why not? What's going on? Why us neutral about the war? We are neutral about everything. Everything. We about peace. We are about peace. I think South Africa is a pedestal for uh for talks. Like, let's talk. Let's come up with a solution to this issue. We do not support where a loss of life is going to emanate from a certain action. So it just doesn't make sense to me. Why would they, who's this and why are they going to get out of this? It makes no sense to me. Absolutely no sense. So yeah, the November and December is also going to be quite interesting because it's a very busy month for South Africans. I'm sure even other parts of the world, but with South Africans, I doubt you sleep at 9 o'clock in December here in South Africa. I think your bedtime here in this country is around 1 a.m. in the morning, 2 a.m. And as we move or get closer to Christmas, sometime it's a whole nighter, whole day, another whole night. Of course, we're busy entertaining visitors, we're entertaining children, entertaining all kinds of people because it's December. That is why we don't call December a month. And we definitely do not call December anything else but an event. An event where I always say that in December, when somebody asks me, especially the African Americans that I communicate with, they'll be like, so how's December in South Africa? And then I'll be like, December is where your 15-year-old, you send your 15-year-old to go buy bread and milk. And the next time you see them this is like December, you send your child around the 10th of December to go buy bread and milk, and they will return home around the 3rd or the 4th of January the following year. And both of you would have forgotten about the milk and bread because your kid has eaten the money doing whatever there is that kids do during the course of December. And yourself as well, you would have been busy entertaining people, taking your own special drinks here and there, and forgotten about the bread and milk until your child walks through the door looking raggedy. That's South Africa in December. So whenever I give that analogy, they'll be like, "Yeah, definitely, I want to come down there and have that kind of December." Like, yeah, it's hectic here. It's very hectic, which is why I'm pretty worried as well because I heard I just got news, I think last night after the live I had on the other channel. I don't know if I did mention it there that sometimes you will go to a family gathering where they either slaughter cow or what. So now I'm invited to a family gathering in December where they'll be unveiling 10 tombs. 10 tombs. And each one of the tombs that will be unveiled, is it unveiled? There's going to be an animal slaughtered from cows to this, to this, to that. And I'm like, yeah. Goodbye, weight loss. Goodbye, weight loss. Goodbye, weight loss. So I don't think I'm going to be honest with you and serious, I don't think I want to eat a lot there. I'm going to do my secret exercises, secret jogging, and I will eat, but I'm not going to eat as much as everything would be laid on the table. and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, hold me accountable, guys. That's another thing I ask of you. Just hold me accountable. Tell me, hey, Clancis, you're the one who brought us on this journey with you. So you are not about to abandon us and start blowing up again. So there's no, just hold me accountable on that one. Cecilia says, stop asking questions and bring the cases assembly. Okay. As long as I'm gonna get views for that. That's what is important because you can. People are accustomed to once a week post, and then comes to they'll be like, okay, and then you do it again and again, and then suddenly you're no longer getting the views you thought you were going to get. But anyways, they will come. I'll test them out for for November to see if I can continue in December. Let's see. I will do that. Okay. Bandra says, can you please talk about covering true crime from other countries, especially across Africa? Apart from my Lonely Brothers, I have only seen South African. What does the future look like on this channel? Yeah, I'm glad that you asked this question, and let me address that. So when I started out my YouTube channel, I knew that I was going to cover South African true crime because these are the true crimes that I will have been watching from the time it was news, and then I would follow the trials and all the way to convictions. So I'm very much more in tuned with those cases. Now, I when I did the Maloney brothers, this is a Maloney brother, a Malawian, Zambian. Sorry, it's a Zambian case. Zambian, right? Yeah, it's a Zambian. Sorry, I'm so sorry. It's a Zambian case of the Maloney brothers who were serial killers and murdered a lot of people at willy nilly. They had no heart, these boys. And so I was testing out the if I did other parts of Africa true crimes, and I enjoyed researching, even though this case also frustrated me a lot because the internet does not have enough information. They don't even have a picture of these boys, not even one. The only pictures that we have of them is pictures that I cannot put on my videos because they are already dead bodies. They're like dead, and then there's these pictures of them just laying there, and there's no way that I can put that insert that picture on my videos. But there's no picture about them. There's not much background about them. It was just so difficult, but at least I got to find out that they were not even Zambian. They came from Mozambique some years ago. So yeah, I'm going to delve. So the future is that I am going to now do a mixture of true crime stories in Nigerian. I'll also cover Zimbabwean. I'm going to cover Malawi. I'm going to cover Kenya. I'm going to cover almost all the African countries where I think this story is imperative to tell, because it's also important to, for me, doing this is to tell the story of the victim. But what I highlight the most is the monster that committed this crime against this innocent person. Another thing that I also get called out for is that I don't show faces, or I don't insert faces of the victims. I also don't show faces of the family members. Now, I could do that, but unfortunately, there's a law that was passed, I think last year. I think it was last year, where without the permission of the family, I could actually get into trouble, like legal. I'm talking jail time for posting the picture without their permission. However, the monster I can, because that's public records. Remember, when you commit a crime in South Africa, you're committing a crime against the state, meaning against the people, the people's policy. I think in America, they don't call it the state, they call it the people. So it's so and so versus the people. So now that this case is held in an open court and the perpetrator is there, we get once the perpetrator has stated their name in the magistrate court, it becomes public knowledge. So that is why I'm comfortable showing their faces rather than showing the faces of the victims. I hope I put this one to rest because I get called out for this a lot. Like, why don't you show us the victim's face? Why don't you show us the members' face, the family members' face? I can't. Unfortunately, I cannot without their permission. Just know that that person existed and this monster did this to the victim. I hope that covers because people really get annoyed by that, and I apologize truly, but I don't want to go to jail, and then I become a true crime story. So Kate White is in the house. South African December sounds wild. What do you celebrate there? It's Christmas or something else? Sorry, I don't know much about the culture there. We do celebrate Christmas. Usually, our December is building up to Christmas. In most cases, it's building up to two celebrations. That's Christmas as well as New Year's Eve. But before Christmas, there's a holiday that we also have called the Day of Reconciliation. It's on the 16th of December. That's where South Africans start going mad. Like, when I say your 15-year-old leaves the house to go play with their friends or you send them to the shop, the next time you see them is January. I'm not exaggerating this. I've seen this so many times. I'm sure South Africans in the live chat can share their own stories of kids just go missing. And then the family don't even think that, hey, wait a minute, one of us is missing. December is wild in South Africa. So yeah, we do celebrate Christmas. Even people that don't go to church celebrate Christmas in December. I do know, I understand your question as well because there is another holiday which is not celebrated. I've never seen it here in South Africa. So let me just speak about South Africa because I don't know anywhere else in Africa. What is that holiday called? It's mostly spoken about by African Americans, but it's like Christmas. If you know what I'm talking about, please comment down here. It's on my tongue, but I just cannot, for the life of me, say it. Kwanzaa. I don't know what is Kwanzaa. I don't want to lie to you. I keep hearing it from the African American community. Kwanzaa this, Kwanzaa that is African Christmas. I've never heard it before. I've never heard about it before. I've never came across a Black South African that celebrates Kwanzaa. I don't even know what goes on during Kwanzaa. So I understand your question, Kate. I think maybe you're having that in mind that, oh, is it Christmas or something else? No, we celebrate Christmas. It's very Christmassy in South Africa, very Christmassy. And then we also have what you call Kasi Christmas. Kasi Christmas is basically township Christmas, where I start at home. When I wake up in the morning on Christmas Day, I know I'm not going to eat at home that morning, breakfast. I'm going to go to my next door neighbor, have breakfast there. Lunch, I'll have it in another next door neighbor. Basically, I would have completed close to 20, 30 houses on Christmas Day before I go home, where now I start eating Christmas dinner with the family. That is what we call township Christmas. There is no that Christmas is just for us and a group of friends and family. No, Christmas Day belongs to the community, and we go and eat at each other's houses. We literally like cross each other like this on the street, going here, going there, going to this house, going to that house, and that sort of stuff. And you presence is not necessarily a thing that we exchange as well. For us, is more about community. It's more about love and appreciation for each other. Neighbors that fought during the course of the year, they come back together, and then, of course, they reconcile, hug each other, and everything is back to normal. And then, of course, parties, 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 part. This word party, just think of it multiplying your head million times, because that's what it's all about. Parties. What will also is classic Christmas that one? Yes, I just mentioned that classic Christmas. The suburbs will be dead quiet. The city will be dead quiet because everybody. Okay, let me explain, Kate, how it works here in South Africa. So many people work in big cities like Johannesburg, Cape Town, Durban, Bloemfontein, Port Elizabeth, and places like that. And then come December time, everybody leaves these big cities and go back home, either to the villages or to the township. And they leave these cities and suburbs looking like ghost towns. I've stayed behind in Johannesburg in December, and it's not nice. It's yes, it's great when it comes to traffic because it flow. Basically, it's not traffic. Let me just put it that way. But it's ghost town, and then you go into this township. The moment you enter the township, you're entering into a party scene. Absolutely amazing stuff that you are going to see. Kate says, I've heard of Kwanzaa. No clue what it is either. I also don't. I don't know what it is, but I think it's a Swahili term. If I don't know, let me not. Sorry, I don't know what it is honestly. Kate says, new goal: spend Christmas in South Africa. Yes, come to South Africa. You will not leave. Trust you me when I tell you. If you drink alcohol, it's like a fountain that never stops flowing. If you are into wines, into spirits, and by spirits, I'm talking like brandy, vodka, you name it, all that stuff, you will find it in party scenes. And you can literally walk into a party scene and nobody's going to ask you, who are you, what do you want, why are you taking our stuff? No. It is a vibe in this country in December. So I'm on a diet and I'm worried, Kate. I am worried. Can you imagine? I am so worried that all the weight that I've lost thus far, I'm going to regain it plus more in December. So I'm trying my level best not to find myself having gained anything. I know I'm having all these plans in my head, but once it's here, it's a different ball game altogether. So it's going to be interesting what happens. Uh, okay, now let me go to my other topic that I had of Vlogtober. So today is actually the second last day of October. Currently, I'm exporting my second last of October video, which is now at 62%, 32 minutes left for the video to be done exporting, and then from there I posted it on my other channel. It's a story time. It's a story time about how I got lost in Ivory Coast and what happened thereafter. It's pretty long because the story is so compelling to tell because I just don't learn. I don't learn. I don't learn, people. I don't learn at all because I continue to get lost in new countries because of my curiosity about the place, the people, the culture, the vibe. Is it the same? I always try to compare a country to South Africa. Like if I go to California, I want to see what's the difference between California to Durban, Cape Town, and Johannesburg, and overall South Africa. So I have that tendency. So if I come to your city, I have a tendency of just exploring it to my heart's desire. And in most cases, I get lost. So the first time I got lost in a foreign country was in Ivory Coast. So that is what this video is about. It's a story time. And in that story time, I'm also eating, like, it's a mukbang of some sort. And also I talk about, no, what else do I do in that video? But anyways, you're just gonna have to watch and check it out. What the video is about on that other channel called The Real Clantis Tutorials. That's that channel. Anyways, guys, so Vlogtober is coming to an end. Today is the second last day. Tomorrow is the last day of Vlogtober. So if I don't think I did miss a upload here. I think it was one upload that I missed on this channel simply because I had been busy with Vlogtober. With Vlogtober, I committed to 31 days of Vlogtobing from the 1st of October to the 31st of October. So that has been a huge challenge because I needed to have the camera on my face every day, all the time. And it's been fun. I have to be honest, it's been fun. I learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about filming and editing, storytelling, as well as strategizing around engagement, like having people watch and engage with your videos. There's a lesson that I learned there, and I'm so happy that I participated. Question now is, will I participate for Vlogmas? Now, Vlogmas, it's also vlogs where you're vlogging from the 1st of December to the 25th of December. So that's 25 videos. Now, as I mentioned, December is an event. I doubt that one would remember to film unless I am consciously and intentionally every morning when I wake up, I have a camera on my face, and then I'm capturing the December build up to Christmas content, which is going to be interesting because now you're going to be with family. Some family members might not want to be shown on videos or whatever the case is, and then I may probably have to drive here, drive there, do this, do that, and not have the time to film anything. But I was thinking I'm gonna get a cousin of mine to be my cameraman, make sure that the camera is rolling so that I participate in Vlogmas. Again, guys, Vlogmas, if you are a content creator, it's also a great position to earn more money than you would have earned during the course of the year, because advertisers are willing to pay money to run ads along our videos. So I don't know, it will be totally up to you as a content creator. What do you want to achieve with your YouTube channel in 2022 going into 2023? So guys, see, once again, guys, I don't think this video is going to go live today. Again, it stopped. No, people. An error occurred while saving. I don't get it. 2 hours this video has been trying to upload. 2 hours. And you remember I told you it was 62 minutes, that 62% that was exported, and 31 minutes left. Now I have to start all over again. All over again. I think because of space. But I cleared some. I need to get myself an SD card tomorrow. Definitely I have to get a new one. And so I don't experience this. It's the most horrible thing to happen to you when you are trying to export content. Guys, I think now it's almost an hour since I've started this live stream. I think it's safe to say we have covered almost everything that I have. So I have like a small script of things that we were going to talk about. I've covered 99% of them. There's only one that I did not cover. So I do not want this live to be way too long. Let me say good night on my side, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world, good morning, wherever you are in the world. I'm sure Bandra is in the morning in New Zealand. I'm not sure where Kate you from. Where you from in the US? Are you from the US? Please enjoy your day, the rest of your Sunday. And South Africans, you are who are here. Good night to you guys. Love you all so much, and I'm forever grateful for your support on this channel. Until next time, my next live stream is going to be the last week of November, last Sunday of November. Oh, UK. Oh, so we are in the okay, okay, definitely UK. Thank you so much, Kate, for letting me know you from the UK. Thank you all, guys. Good night. Much love from me to you. Mwah. Bye.